All right, how y'all doing again? This your boy Career Red 9. I'm uploading my channel right now. We got the bedroom talk. This is the side of the show where I actually lay down in my bed and yeah, I give y'all talk to y'all about certain stories, things that didn't happen, in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was born in South Korea. I'm born in 1986. I moved to New Orleans. Roughly 1989ish. So a lot of things that I've learned and experienced down here. One of them is being um, a lot of ghosts. I've seen a lot of shit down here. Believe it or not. We got like voodoo and shit down here. And I remember when this one instance. Come on, baby. It's my son Jeremiah. Say hey, Jeremiah. Hey, y'all. So, it's this one time. They have this boys and girls place called the Covington House. It's actually located around Rampart, right next to Louis Armstrong Park. Anyway, my dad and them sent me over there when I was like 17 years old. I was being bad and shit. I just wanted to get out the house, and they just wanted me out the house, I guess. Not really out the house, but, I was just being real defiant and shit. And so I went there, and immediately, like, I remember I shared a room with these kids that was actually really on drugs. And, I hadn't done nothing but smoke weed back then. And, come on. Bro, they got COVID, bro. They got COVID in your mouth. So, I remember sharing a room with this, a white boy named Jason. He peed on himself every night. He's like 16 years old. Peed on himself every night. And, fucking another kid, and he was a heroin addict, actually. The dude Curtis was a heroin addict. And he was like 16. I'm talking about full-blown heroin addicts at this time, And Curtis every night when so how Curtis went to sleep was he would slam his head on the bed all night long. I'm talking about just beating the shit out of his own head, blow, 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 just to go to sleep and shit, yo. And Tommy was the white boy's name. I'm sorry, Tommy. That was his name. A 16 on heroin addict who peed on himself. So Tommy slept under Curtis. Okay. So, I think the guy who slept up over me was a punk named Mike. I want to say something like that. Anyway, I get to the Common House. It's upstairs and shit. And I remember one day me and Mike was walking down the steps. Now, all right, when you go upstairs level, it's like rooms across from each other in a little laundry room. And then you go down these steps, like you're going down. Back up, boy. Pick it up here. Come on. You go down these steps, and then when you turn, you turn, you gotta go more down some more steps. And when you go down these steps, you can actually see the front room, the TV area, and when you come down those steps, you get like how you have like a little fucking slide thing on like when you're a kid, you got steps and you could jump on it and slide down. That's actually at the bottom part of the steps, on the side railing. So as you're coming down there, you can look to the side on your left and see the kitchen. So one night, true shit, me and Mike, we walking down the steps, yo. And when I tell you, we looked to the fucking side and we seen another kid that stayed there named Emmanuel. But his face looked damn nearish purplish bluish, like all the life had been sucked out of him. And the freezer door was open. And Emmanuel looked at us like this, and we just seen these two big ass demon fucking, I'm talking about big stupid fucking hands, my nigga. I'm talking about look like trees, something look like a fucking two tree branches. Grabbed this man and he swung him in the fucking freezer. Just sucked him in the freezer. I'm talking about me and that boy bolted the fuck up out of there, you heard me? Boom. Well, as we running out the door to get out the building, as soon as we open up the door to get outside, guess who's standing right there? Emmanuel. So Emmanuel said, "Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?" Because we in a panic, we trying to get the fuck out of there. And I'm behind the gay dude, no homo. I'm behind him. He running out. I'm with a few. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there too. As soon as I open the door, he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I said, "We see you just we just see you get sucked in the freezer, nigga." And we hurry up and got the fuck about that bitch. So we stand outside catching our breath. I looked at him. I said, "What you seen?" To make sure, it wasn't no pills they gave me, and he just ran because I don't know what he was in front of me. So I'm like, "What you seen?" And he said, "Man, I just seen the man get sucked in that freezer." I said, "I just seen the man get sucked in that freezer too." So I knew for sure I wasn't tripping. As we're talking, Emmanuel comes busting out the door. Phew, I'm talking about full sprint. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, "What's that?" And so I'm very sure. In my mind, I'm like, you had to seen something too. You had to. So this the thing. Emmanuel was like, "All right." They have kids there that actually work like at outside of Covington now. So they have real jobs, and the ones that have real jobs, they have a big ass chain that's locked on the refrigerator, and those the kids that purchase and buy their own little foods and they own little zuzus and wham whams. They own the hot pockets and microwave pizzas, steaks. What the fuck ever. So they're the only ones that have access to it with the key. But it's a massive ass chain that's locked up on this freezer, yo. Can't nobody break through it. You can't sneak nothing out of it. That bitch is on there, yo. So, all right, dude lays up there. He fucking he said, "Yo, look, I'm not gonna lie," because he didn't fucking work. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's my other son Noah. He was like, "All right, come on, my G." He was like, dog. He said, "I'm not gonna lie, I was in that motherfucker trying to pick that little lock so I could get some food out the freezer because I'm hungry." He was like, "But the chains was all on the fucking thing, and then when I heard y'all coming down the steps, I hurried up and ran outside." So we like, "Dang, you hurried up and ran outside?" And then he was like, "Yeah, but as soon as I ran outside, y'all hurried up, open the door, y'all ran out." And then you told me what happened. He said, "When I walked right back to the freezer, the fucking freezer door was bust wide open and the chain was on the floor." He said, "Man, the fucking shit was all tied up and, chained up and locked up, my nigga." He said, "I just ran out the motherfucker because I heard y'all coming down the steps, so I didn't even fuck with the freezer, yo." He like, when I went back in after hearing what y'all said, the chain was on the floor and the freezer door was open. He said, I got the fuck up out of there too." So I'm like, shit, that's some scary shit. So I never said nothing. Cool. I think the next night, couple of nights, they moved me to Emmanuel's room. Okay. I'm in Emmanuel's room now, yo. And dog. Come on, my G. Alright, look, I'm in Emmanuel's room and I'm sleeping in the room. Emmanuel's my bunk bed. Now I sleep on the top bed. Emmanuel sleeps under me, and Troy has a single bed. Like a twin single bed. Troy has a single bed. So my bed, the head of my bed where I'm sleeping at is a fucking window. We like on the third fucking story, yo. And right outside there's nothing but concrete. There's no fucking trees. There's nothing out there. Hold on. Say, bro, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Because I'm saying all this shit, talking and shit. I'm not about to repeat myself, dog. So look, if you want to come sit down and lay down right here and get in the camera with a nigga, come on. But don't start doing all that fidgeting trying to knock a nigga phone down. No, don't do that, son. Because I'm not about to repeat this shit. So, and then it's nighttime and shit, and I'm telling this fucking scary story and shit. No. So, alright. So that night, yo. Okay, my window is right by my head, you hear me? So, boom. I had tapping on the window. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. It's waking me up on my sleep, yo. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, Emmanuel, bro, stop fucking tapping on the window. I say, Emmanuel, stop tapping on the window. And when I look up, Emmanuel is standing like he's looking at me, backing away from the fucking bed, you heard me? I'm like, Emmanuel, stop tapping on the window. And I look at Emmanuel, he like, I'm not tapping on the window, Phil, I thought you was tapping on it. And I'm talking about he's like fixed in his days, you heard me? And I'm looking like, oh my God. Well, I'm scared to look up and see what's tapping at the window. So put the cover over my head, say my prayers and stuff, and just ignore the tapping. Then the bed starts shaking. Now I'm talking about I must have front flipped. I don't even know how to do no flips. I must have front flipped out that motherfucker. You heard me? Boom! and ran up out the motherfucking room. Counselor came, settled us down, saying it was probably a bird tapping on. I never heard of a fucking pigeon tapping on nobody's fucking window. So the next day, I went outside to go look at the window to make sure they had no trees or nothing. And it was not a fucking, no fucking tree, no nothing by this thing, yo. Nothing. And we have birds that, we in New Orleans, man. We ain't got no fucking, we don't got special birds that just tap on people fucking. When he tapping on the window, asking nigga to let him in. What the fuck? It's late at night. No, it's not happening. Boom. So, the next night, for some strange reason, I was in there and I was contemplating suicide. I'm talking about terribly. I was really messed up in the head. I'm seeing things now, you know, and I don't know what's going on. And I start missing my mama because my mama had left us when we came to the United States. She stayed a little bit, but then when she got Americanized with all the other fucking Asian women and all that other shit, you know, she left us. And when she left, you know, my daddy kind of left, but, you know, he came back for us. You know, he just had to get himself together and shit, too. So I basically stayed with, like, his sisters, you know, my aunties and stuff like that, that took good care of us, you know. So everybody in the family played a part in took a part in raising us, you know, until my father actually came back. You know, I'm about to be 35 now, and my mother still hasn't returned. I've seen her since I was 6. Me, all my little brother Sam. So, all right. So after this, yo, contemplating suicide. I'm talking about. I'm crying profusely, and I just remember saying, God, please, if you love me, if you exist, you know, if you're real, I'm like, just comfort me, please, just comfort me, please, 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 God, just comfort me, please. And I remember 2 counselors sitting in front of me. And I remember they had a big window behind my back, and while I was sitting at, the sun was shining, and I could actually see the outprint of my body, you know, my shadow, you know, because I'm leaning forward and I'm crying. I could see the outprint of my shadow of my body. And when I say, God, it had to have been God, touch me. It's like massage my soul, bro, like an angel, massage my soul, bro. It felt like, that's what it felt like. I can't explain it. It felt like something touched me, and just the touch and the feeling was so warm, bro. And it's like someone was forcing me to make a smile, and it felt like all the fucking tears on my face was just drying up instantly, dog. And I had this wonderful sense of wanting to just read the Bible and just spread good news and talk about God all the time, all day long. Like, I had found like some type of peace and serenity out of this. And so, by me just crying profusely, let me just start smiling and just being all joyful. Of course, the counselors was like, going to see the psychiatrist. Oh, this nigga's ill. He's got a most definite mental problem. Let's go put that nigga on some Wellbutrin. We gotta give him some most psychotic medicines and shit. You know, and I'm even taking that shit. Man, acting like I'm taking that shit. And all I want to do is read the Bible, yo. Like, and just talk about God. Like, for real. I'll be outside shooting basketball with Jesus. I'd be like, all right, this my shot right here, Jesus. I miss. Here go your shot, Jesus. I'm trying to cheat. I'm trying to throw the ball all type of crazy ways, and I'm talking about, it's landed in the goal every time. I'm talking about, yeah, like he beat me in a game of basketball. You know, that's another story. But check this out. I know it may sound crazy. Check it out. So after this, what happened after this, man? Oh, so I had this kid named Patrick. He was called one of like a gutter punk. You know, he made his money in New Orleans by like doing tricks, you know, on Canal Street, on Bourbon Street, and, you know, he would do things like that. So, you know, he would do his tricks and he would do all his little things like that, you know, or whatever. Cool, you know, and make his little money. So I had the Bible and I was reading it to him, you know, and I told him to come to my room. So by this time we done moved the bunk bed sideways. You know, the head part is not by my head or his head anymore. It's sides against the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? And Troy bed is like right in front of us. Remember, it's a single twin bed. And on side of his bed is a single chair. And they had a pair of lug boots. It had the box and it had his shoes, his boots sitting on top of the box. And me and Patrick was in there and I was reading him Psalms 23. I'll never forget. And as I'm reading him this, something talking about smack the shoes right off the box, yo. The shoes hit the ground. Glue, glue, glue. Patrick looked in fear. I'm looking in fear, and I was trying my hardest. Like the presence of evil was in there, and you could feel the energy. The energy is overwhelming. You won't hear a get the fuck out. The energy gonna tell your ass to get out. You heard me? And I'm just trying to be strong for God and read the Bible to him and tell Patrick don't pay attention to it. Let's finish reading his Psalms. And I couldn't even take it. I ain't gonna lie. I was the first nigga bolted out. And I'm the one with the Bible in my hand. I took off. Patrick come run behind me. Like, man, I thought we were gonna run. Shit. Hell to the no. I couldn't take it. You heard me? I'm like, oh no, fuck all that. I finally broke down and told one of the counselors what I had been saying. And she said, Philip, you're not tripping. She said, certain people get paid a certain amount of money to work the other men's section. Well, fuck kids. Yeah, the girl that had her baby in a drawer and left him in the drawer and the baby died. And at nighttime you could hear the baby crying in this girl's room. All type of supernatural things happen. Then come to find out that where they built the Covington house is actually built on Mary Laveau's like property. Like that's her church, her old VOODOO the church ground. Like that's where that's at. You know, right across the street is I think it's the number 4 fucking cemetery right by the Ivoryville project. You know, the Ivoryville project is built on a fucking cemetery ground. And right across the street from it, like not even across the street like that, like literally in the same area, like literally I could throw a rock to the cemetery from the project. There's the number 4 cemetery right there. And right across the street from that is the fucking Covington house, which was Mary Laveau's church, her old church. They tore the church down and built the Covington house on top of it. So I know a lot of other kids, you know, probably seeing some weird, spooky, crazy shit over there, man. But yeah, that's my Covington house ghost story right there. You know, y'all, I need people to subscribe to my, start watching and subscribing to my channel. I'm gonna start putting buku more material on here. I got all types of shit. You know, I'm just trying to find me something that I could do to get me a nice little fan base starting on here. So, you know, support my channel. Y'all make sure y'all hit the fucking like button. I'm talking about knock the motherfucking like button ass out. You know, hit my shit, subscribe, like, you know, and y'all stay blessed and, you know, y'all stay prayed up and y'all stay well. Signing out. See y'all tomorrow night. All right, or whatever else we do. All right, y'all. Peace.